It's the Bristol Aztecs versus the Hertfordshire Cheetahs. Teams are just out doing the coin toss at the moment. My name's Steve Price. I will be co-commentating and I will be the cameraman today. I'm joined once again this week by new boy Ewan Campbell. Ewan?
Hi Chris, hi Steve. Pleasure, honestly, pleasure. No, really good. Sorry. New names, lots of different people. No, but really excited today. I think it's going to be interesting to see how obviously the Cheetahs come back after they lost the last game to the Aztecs and now Aztecs back on home soil, and yeah, looking forward to hopefully a nice game. Ethan Benzie in at Louis Benzie, quarterback for the Aztecs.
You're trouble with first names today.
We'll be all right. I'll stick to surnames. You're
doing all right.
That's the best way to go.
A couple of comments. KJ's saying that one to watch is number 94 for the D end. For the Cheetahs, the D end.
Fred Smith.
Who was that? Julian. Oh no, we don't have a name.
We don't have a name.
So let us know who that is.
What number?
Yeah, it says 94, but it's not on our roster. And then we've got one here. Big up for Fred Smith, linebacker for the Aztecs. Big one to watch. So yeah, let us know any players to watch. So as we can see, actually, we didn't talk about how the coin toss went because we were laughing too much. But we can see here, right to left, Cheetahs will be kicking off, and the Aztecs will be returning. Bristol won the coin toss and have deferred. And so obviously we've got the Cheetahs kicking off here shortly. So all being equal, we should see the first series on offense for the Aztecs.
Yeah, and it's AJ Carr and Darius and Robinson who will be the
AJ
returners.
Carr, what a name, what a player. Former teammate of mine.
Yeah, not bad options.
Mate,
return a kick.
Yeah, who'd you kick it to? You just kick. You take the penalty, don't you? Kick it out of bounds.
Kick it out of bounds, I think, or kick out the end zone.
But this Cheetahs team's decent. We've done a couple of live streams for them, and really looking forward to the game today. Certainly, the Aztecs are the favourites.
Last time out, Cheetahs 6, Aztecs 43.
Yeah.
So I think Cheetahs will just be looking for get on the scoreboard and make sure a bit of a chipped kick just up in the air, and it's going to be AJ Carr to return to the right hand side. Got a few blockers in front of him. Misses past one, manages to get past another, tries to get a bit of a stiff arm out there, and then it ends up being taken down around the 43-yard line.
And dimensions of the field today, we have a 90-yard field. So at the 43-yard line, AJ was 2 yards off of getting to the bang on midfield. So a great return and almost into Cheetahs, territory for the beginning of this first drive.
Yeah, excited to see how Benzie looks. They've got trips left as the formation for the
it's a Lewis Benzie, young British quarterback.
Nice run up the middle, few yards and decent blocks in front of him, and gets a gain of about 7 yards there for the Aztecs.
Just one more thing, actually. If you're wondering why is the field marked out so strangely, it's because it's not the white lines, it's the yellow lines we're looking at today, and they aren't as thick, so just keep an eye out.
Yeah, Emmanuel Bauer with the carry there, the former Sterling Klansman, and it's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 40-yard line going in. Handoff again to Bauer, and he's made a few people miss, and again, that's another really good gain. 2 runs to start off the game for the Aztecs, and it's doing them well so far.
SPC mum has popped up again, Deborah, in the chat, just saying hello and supporting the Aztecs. Lovely to see. Hopefully SPC gets on the board today. Again, he's another player that I'm extremely fond of in Britball.
New set of downs, and it's going to the air for the first time, and he's going to St. Robinson. Nice little juke move.
Wow, lovely move.
Benzie's first pass of the day, nice completion out to the right-hand side. And a good gain of around about 6 or 7. It's actually going to be a first down here.
Oh, this is a lovely message. So Tracy Turner's just popped up and said that her kids are actually here for their first ever American football game. So Tracy's obviously watching the live stream to keep an eye on her kids, which is completely understandable. But yeah, hopefully they enjoy it. Hopefully whoever they're backing, which I'm assuming is the Aztecs.
Wide zone here for Bauer, and he managed to get a cutback lane there. Can he make it count? It didn't open up in the end, and he gets stuffed a little bit. Gain of about a yard or so. Oh, nice to see David Sharinwa, who is the end for the Aztecs and also former Cardiff Cobras player.
Oh yeah, do you want to tell the viewers about your affiliations?
Go on, just quickly.
Today?
Yeah, so I played for Uwe Bullets for 3 years and then 2 years for the Cardiff Cobras. So got a lot of ex-Cardiff players.
Look,
here.
getting a lot of stick. Look at him. Look,
Am I
down
getting
there,
stick
look.
down there from Sean Vaughan?
Old Vaughany.
Well, we've also got Joey Ampoma, who's here today, a former
They can hear
Cardiff
him.
Cobras player as well. Hand off again to Bauer on second down up the middle and a couple more yards. And yeah, good start really here for the Aztecs as they've been able to move the ball up the pitch fairly effectively. And
I mean, this has been a very smooth opening drive, hasn't it? Just constantly chugged up. There's been, I don't think there's not been one tackle for a loss. Everything's just been going nicely for them so far. Really nice, confident start here for Benzi at QB for the Aztecs.
So in the backfield here, and it goes to the air into the hands of AJ Carr. Manages to get away from one, but 94 of the Cheetahs managed to make a really good tackle there. He's actually not on our team sheet, but he was mentioned in the comments earlier on, so if we can get a name for him, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, KJ, if you're still watching, let us know who number 94 is. We'll try and find out at half time as well, but we're up in a tower at the moment.
So, first and goal for the Aztecs. After that, nice completion to AJ Carr, handoff to Bauer, manages to have a little bit of patience and just gets tackled well there by the Cheetahs, who manages to hold him up. A couple of yards gain on that, possibly. I think it was actually only one in the end, and really good for the Cheetahs if they're able to make a
stop. Second and goal from the one here, isn't it? It's a tall order. You can see SPC coming on, number 12 for the Aztecs. Add a little bit more weight,
yes,
and size here to the backfield.
Yeah, well, we know his quality is the Swiss Army knife that he is, and Noah Clack just taking a rep off as the Aztecs try and punch it in. High snap over the head of Benzi. Can he get hold of it? Looks like the Cheetahs may be able to get on top of it. 38's going through, keeps bobbling around, still bobbling around, and Cheetahs get hold of it. And they gain about 30 yards on that play as well. Terrible, really, there from the Aztecs as the ball went over their heads.
Let's say how great that is for the Cheetahs. They scared the Aztecs, and they forced that.
Player. That's an offensive player saying that it's a cock-up.
My defensive mind is saying no. Great defense, bobbling the ball. I mean, the ball they gained 30 yards off of that.
Yeah.
So their offense take over after the turnover on the pretty much nose on the 35-yard line there. Their own 35-yard line. So let's see what this offense can do.
Yeah, great break for the Cheetahs there, and completely changes the momentum around. Cheetahs quarterback here, a little bit of a high snap as he looks deep fairly early on, and 82 tried to go up for it. Really well defended there by number 0, which is Eddie Onamade.
Hell of a player.
Used to play for Birmingham Lions,
if
I remember.
That's
Eddie.
Right,
really good player from my memory.
One of the best defensive backs in Britball.
Yeah.
But I like the play call there. I like the going for a ball. Was that 15 yards downfield? Just a gutsy call on a first down on the first drive.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Cheetahs.
And is that Victory in it, QB?
It is, it's Jacques Victory who drops back to pass again, going to the air again, looking for 82 and Eddie Odamade. We were talking about him, he's picked him off, he's returning the ball, going up the left sideline, 72 with a big block.
Then was that a blindside block, or was it? I didn't see it. But
Personally, I think the flag is on the flag.
Oh, there is
down.
a flag. Oh, okay, that's what. That's what I
it-
probably should have asked.
Yeah, no, it is a blindside block there,
Okay.
which, I mean, as it is after the interception, it will be added on to or taken away from the initial gain, but a bit of a frustrating one there. And
Yeah, we're just
bit.
waiting for the ref to confirm. I think we're going to struggle to hear the referee today, but we'll see. It's very windy.
yeah, no. But just going back to the pick, really good hands there by Eddie as he was able to bring the ball in. It was a little bit overthrown by the quarterback,
Yeah.
Bittry, but they're showing their intentions early on, Cheetahs, that they're happy to go to the air and take risks, and 2 turnovers in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, this is a great game. I'm surprised they went at Eddie twice,
Yes.
back to back. Took it personally, didn't he? And sort of made him pay. But I hope the Cheetahs don't lose this gutsy approach, and they open their playbook and they try things and they try and keep this defence as honest as possible.
Definitely.
Anyway, so what were we on? 41-yard line?
Yeah, we've just got a whistle here. Timeout taken.
Yeah, timeout on for the Cheetahs. It seems first of the half.
I think the coach is just having a little bit of a word with.
Yeah, Nathan just asked him, "Is he ejected?" No, I don't. I didn't see.
It was number 72.
But didn't see the old ejection that over the shoulder.
And I think possibly that's what the head coach of the Hertfordshire Cheetahs is querying, possibly.
Nathan, you could probably tell us. Is that typically an instant ejection? I don't think it is. I've seen. It's not called blindside block, is it? There's another phrase. Targeting. It could be targeting. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just wait and see here. But certainly something that the head coach of the Cheetahs is querying with the referee at the moment.
Thank you, Owen, who has just told us that 94 is KJ, ex-player for the Coventry Uni Jets, now a coach for them. Good bit of background information there. Thank you ever so much. So
I didn't hear him. He was just waving at me.
after that timeout, it's still with the Aztecs. They've been put 15 yards back from where they would have been for that.
So Nathan said the signal was targeting. Sorry, I missed that. I thought it was the fists together, which is a blindside block, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for the corrections, guys.
So Aztecs taking over now. Trips right for them. Their 3 wide receiver front, and they're going to go to them over to this right-hand side, into the hands of number 9, which is Noah Clack. He used to play college ball out in the States at Bowdoin College, where he actually used to play linebacker.
He's a big dude, isn't he? Like,
He is,
quite broad guy.
Yep. And came over to the UE Bullets for their 4th championship winning season in a row.
Do you reckon they're going for the? Do you reckon they'll get the 5?
I think they might.
Is it 5? Can you say 5 Pete? It just doesn't sound right.
Hand off to Bauer as he goes around the outside, lowers the shoulder, and gets a first down for the Aztecs. Had plenty of luck on the ground so far, Emmanuel Bauer, the running back and
Luck.
running back.
I thought you said he's had plenty of luck.
Did I say luck?
Yeah.
Oh, plenty of, not luck, plenty of positive yards.
Plenty of joy.
Plenty of joy, that's
Plenty
it.
of joy.
It's finding the words, isn't it?
Yeah. You're going to get a comment now saying, it's not luck, he trains. He works very hard.
Incomplete pass there on first down to Harrison Robinson over to the right-hand side. Got his fingers on it, just couldn't manage to bring it in under pressure from the corner, number 23 of the Hertfordshire Cheetahs. Kyle Quay. Hand off again, bit of pressure in the backfield. He's being patient, but pressure became too much in the end as, Rashid is going, it's not Rash at all, but
I mean, oh.
Well, I think it was Lawrence Cornwall Baptiste there who was going at it with one of the Hertfordshire Cheetahs players, and flags on the field. Have to see what happens here for Lawrence.
Yeah, and the coaches have pulled him off. That's the right thing to do when the player's hot anyway. Yeah, we didn't catch the start of that, but caught the end of it. I don't know what.
I think Lawrence got a good block
Just a
upfield,
block,
and I think it was one of those things where it just gets a bit heated when you're getting driven back, and ended up in a bit of aggro after the whistle. Interesting to see the call here from the Whitecap.
Offsetting penalties. So it's a yellow card basically.
Yeah. Offsetting penalties there. One from the offence, one from the defence. I think it was 94, the edge there for the Cheetahs.
Yeah. So Lawrence now, I think Lawrence is the only player that has got the yellow. The other player has not. I know it's not technically a yellow, but unsportsmanlike, you get two of them and you're out.
Yeah.
So I'm calling it a yellow. Sorry, that's not 100% accurate.
3rd and 12 here for the Aztecs. Important play here, and they'll go to the air with Benzie. He's looking for options. Bit of pressure now with his right hand. Bit of a swivel issue, and well caught in the end. By St Robinson. He had to come back from it. It's 4th down.
Again, defensively, those are the plays kill you, because you get the QBs come out. The coverage is great for the QB to wait that long. He throws the ball and it's a little bit of a duck, that ball.
Yeah.
Up in the air, and then the receiver catches it. You're like, oh, come on! They can't get any breaks. But they're in a 4th down situation here. It looks like they're going for it.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they convert this?
I think they convert this. I've got faith in the Aztecs offence, and so they're going for an empty backfield here, which I think that they'd more than likely be going to the air, but they've managed to get the jump, which free play as well, as Benzie looks to the air, going up for 83, which I think Spencer Cutland struggles it, doesn't manage to bring it under, but I think they'll have the 1st down anyway as a result of that offside.
It did look like for a second Spencer was bringing that in, but
I thought it was Spencer. It's actually number 83, Benjamin Shaw. But that's the thing about the free play. If you have the option, you might as well take a shot and see what happens.
Yeah.
And
any free play, you should be bombing it downfield, or at least beyond the sticks. It should be a 1st down attempt. Yeah. Attempted pass.
Yeah. So 1st down here after that offside penalty. Really poor, really, from Hertfordshire in terms of their discipline. You expect them to be able to hold it, as there's a handoff now and straight up the middle to Bow, and he's got gaps opening up in front of him. He managed to get past all of them. One more to go, and walks it into the end zone. What a play.
Oh, God.
An inside run on 1st down, and just tiptoed through that Hertfordshire defence there, and Aztecs first on the board.
And I feel for the defence here. I think that's uncharacteristic of them so far in this game. They've been pretty solid, but that was just breezed through. Good blocking, but also good running from the running back, and Aztecs get on the board.
Yeah, that was definitely not luck. That was great agility, great running, and powerful running, as Spencer Cutland now is on the field and now makes the extra point count.
That's
and
good.
That is 7-0 to the Aztecs.
A little bit of love there for the run. It was a great run, and I imagine it's not the last we'll see of the running back either.
No, and of course they do have plenty of options in the depth chart as well, with Marvel Ergo and Sean Vaughan, and also Joey Ampoma. And if it does go anywhere,
Well,
it
that's
does
the
go
thing
anywhere
with this.
like the last game, that means that opportunity for Aztecs players to get reps down the depth chart.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, and you know, we've typically, I don't mean this in a negative way, but Benzi isn't the starting quarterback here, and you know, so it's good to see that he's gonna. It looks like he's gonna have a full game, if not 3/4, and maybe, you know, another QB comes on. So it's good to see, you know, players are getting a chance to be rotated here in this squad. But this squad has got such depth. It's quality on, quality off. You know, like, so you know, they're a very tough team to play against, the Aztecs. Cutland again here to kick off, and back to field it.
Yeah, it's Harvey Simmons into his hands and tries to lower the shoulder, manages to gain a few extra yards after that first contact, and the Bristol defence will now take the field. Travis Victory, who threw a pick on that first drive, but another opportunity here for him to drive his team up the field. Few big offensive linemen there, 77 and 72, who I'm sure will be looking to make their dominance count on the left side there, which is Faison Hassan and Jordan Farrell-Berry. Two in the backfield. A little toss play to the left and just absolutely swallowed up in the backfield. And
I mean, that was just a dominant play from the defence there, wasn't it? It just, like, as soon as the ball moved, as soon as in the QB's hand, you could just see bodies moving towards that ball.
yeah, play call, not sure. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because if you're throwing the ball backwards towards your running back and you're already giving him extra yards to have to make up.
Yeah. I mean,
and just giving it really
what was
to
the loss on
to
that?
the
It's
Aztecs
about an 8-yard loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
7 from where the ref stood, but yeah, hell of a loss on that first down. 2nd and 17.
28 comes out to a wide out now. It's shotgun goes back, bobbled a little bit, and 28 just couldn't get his head round and just shoved over after the play there by the Aztecs linebacker, Josh Ricketts.
Nathan said, I thought the Aztec played at Dean's Crusaders. Well, Dean's Crusaders play here, but the actual ground is called Shaftesbury.
Shaftesbury
So
Park,
it's it's the Shaftesbury, I don't know, stadium complex. But yeah, it is the home of Dean's Crusaders.
Dean's Crusaders, yeah. To those in the know. So, 3rd and long here for the Cheetahs. Again, a bit of a high snap back to Victory. Going for the air again. 9 is wide open, but just a little bit high for him and over his head.
Definitely found a seam there, didn't he? God, there were 3 players within 5 yards of him, but he was free to catch a ball there. Unfortunately, I think the wind just got it a bit. It is quite windy here today. I know I mentioned it for the 3rd time, but I will keep mentioning it. The wind, probably not so bad, you know, at ground level, but we're a little bit higher up, and I think once that ball lifts up maybe 10 foot in the air, or off the ground, it's going to start being impacted. Yeah. But we've got the first punt of the game.
Yeah, Kyle Quay, who punted it back. Darrison Robinson is back to return. Good snap, looking over towards the right-hand side. It's going to bounce. Will he pick it up? I think he's going to just leave it. It's probably the smart decision there, as there's, again, a bit of aggro in the backfield. It's 15. Josh Ricketts is going at it again, and 2 flags there fly out, and I'll be surprised if the referee doesn't have something to say about this. And it's just been a bit hot early on, Josh.
I was going to say, was it the same player again?
Yeah,
I'm
same
not sure.
player who, not as earlier on. Not for the earlier flag, but
no, I meant the Cheetahs player.
Didn't see if it was 94 or not. I guess we'll hear now from the referee. But just a bit unnecessary stuff to really be getting involved with, isn't it?
We don't want this. It slows the game down, you know.
Don't want to be costing your team flags and yards as well.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see what happens here.
There we go. Right, let's.
So it is penalty on the Aztecs. I think we heard Josh Rishkett saying that it was a face mask on him, but referees didn't see it.
I know. It looks like the referees weren't going to do much about the actual scuffle, if you like.
Yeah, it was the
and
afterwards,
it was
wasn't it?
yeah. Like Josh had stood up and was walking away and had, I imagine, said something, and then drew that penalty. So 2 Aztecs players on yellow cards now, and first down from the 24-yard line.
It's Sean Vaughan in the backfield now as he takes the hand off. Just tripped up and a 3 or 4 yard gain, and 56 is going at it with 94 again. 94 who's been involved in a few issues so far today. And 44 is just sort of pulling him away and almost trying to calm him down, I think. I think that's KJ for the Cheetahs. Have to bear in mind, sorry, a lot of our sheets here with our list of names and numbers are back to front, so we're having to go through and find them. That was Ibs there who got into a bit of a handoff again. Sean Vaughan looking for a gap up the middle, and that's a good 3 or 4 yards. Those currently the head coach of the Cardiff Cobras, the incredible Cardiff Cobras, who after 2 years finishing bottom of the league managed to get to the playoffs for the first time in a very long time before they lost to the Warwick Wolves.
I'm finding myself scanning the field for fights after every play. I know it's not a good thing. Someone's just commented, Russ actually, from head coach of the Cambridgeshire Cats, has just said it's very chippy early in this game.
So it's 3rd and 4. Another handoff to Sean Vaughan, and he's got a gap up the middle, which he managed to break through and gets a first down for the Aztecs.
The guy defies the laws of physics. I don't know why this guy, he doesn't look like he can perform, he should be running like that, man. That cut was sick. Cut out 2 would-be tacklers, gets the first down. Ball is on the 40-yard line. Sean Vaughan is an enigma of a baller.
And he's earned a well-needed rest.
He's done for the day. He's done for the day.
Yeah.
But,
Job done.
But what a player.
First down. It's now Joey Ampoma in the backfield who fakes the handoff from Benzie. Ball over the top. Ooh.
Just a bit low on that ball there, Benzie, on that route. But
yeah,
it was a first down.
Yeah, few Cheetahs players in the area as well.
Keeping everyone on their toes, isn't he?
Yeah, he was looking again for number 86, who we saw on that free play earlier on. Joshua Petrie.
We're just looking at Darius St. Robinson's CV, or this. What? We need to read that out. That is unreal. I didn't know that.
When he scores a touchdown, we'll get it. Joey Ampoma with a nice gain on first down, and again a little bit of chippiness there from the secondary of the Cheetahs and one of the wide receivers of the Aztecs.
Is it those Downs twins?
Might be.
4 and 5.
Might be.
George and Jack causing trouble.
It's definitely, I think it was number 5 getting involved there. Jack Downs.
I'm sure their mother will have a word.
Ampoma again in the backfield, and it's to each side, and linebacker comes down to the line, steps off in the end. Nice play over to the left-hand side for 86 Petrie again, and manages to gain a few extra yards after the catch.
Yeah, great play.
And a first down to the Aztecs.
But yeah, just on this, on your approach for Darius St. Robinson, waiting for him to score, before we read out this immense information that we've got on him, I want Darius St. Robinson to score right now. Because this needs to be shared with everyone.
Well, he's not in at the moment, and instead goes to a quick pass out into the hands of 84, who looks like he might have got a first down there for the Aztecs. Tom Bowering. But it just shows the strength, really, of this Aztecs roster where they're able to just change the running back out and bring different ones in each drive, each
like
play.
It's quality for quality, you know. It's quality off, quality
there's
on.
There's really not a big drop off when
No.
they're doing it, and different skill sets as well. And Poma's still in the backfield. Takes the handoff to the right hand side. Good blocks by the O line, and Poma runs into contact and tries to spin away and manages to get a good 15 or 20 yard gain there as Chris Green manages to get a key block on the corner on that right hand side. Don't often see corners wearing number 83, is all I will say.
Yes, I imagine that's by trade, he's a wide receiver.
And he's playing both ways. I think you're probably right. SBC has come in again as the lead blocker, and Joey Poma gets stuffed by 90, and I think there may have been an issue with the gap there as he went in a different gap to the gap which SBC went through, and
Yeah.
second and goal here for the Aztecs.
Just a comment here from Lucifer saying, when is Blitz versus Aztecs? What that will be really important to see who gets played. That's already happened. They've both played each other twice. Aztecs have the head-to-head. So if the Aztecs win this, I don't know what other games they got. I know they're playing the Knights.
They go second. Ooh.
And then they can then lose to the Warriors to then. Well, Warriors can win or lose that game, they're number one, and Aztecs would be number two if they win every other game and still lose to the Warriors. So the Blitz, I would say unlikely, less likely to get playoff football this year, but they've had a hell of a season and done really well. But yeah, they did nick a win off of the Aztecs, but the Aztecs got a greater margin of victory and the other score in the what do they call it? The reverse or the return leg, yeah. So they've got the head-to-head, which is a key factor in the rankings.
Yeah. Aztecs 5-2. We've still got the Warriors to play, I believe. Hand off to Ampoma. Manages to go up the middle, stays on his feet, and runs it in for a second rushing touchdown for the Bristol Aztecs. That is 13-0 after Emmanuel Bauer's initial touchdown. Joey Ampoma, the former Cardiff Cobra, manages to get on the score sheet. And it will be Spencer Cutland with the extra point to make it, hopefully, 14-0 to the Aztecs.
All I want is a fake. Just fake it, do something, get two. Right, they never listen to me.
I think third quarter there might be one coming. Is my feeling.
Do you reckon?
I feel like one might come.
We'll see. I'm pretty sure the Aztecs have got an onside kick in their portfolio.
Yeah.
So we might see that. Sorry for my coughing.
So, still first quarter, and the Aztecs are up by 2 scores already. Defense haven't really had too much to do for the Aztecs. They need to make sure they're keeping warm before they get back on the field.
Someone's saying that it is mathematically possible for the Blitz to make playoffs if they beat the Warriors in the return fixture, and the Warriors beat the Aztecs in August. Cool. Thanks for pointing that out. I didn't realise. But I think
bit of a tall order.
I think, yeah, exactly. The odds are against them.
They are.
But they should consider this season a success. After the turmoil that they had to go through last year as an organisation, the Blitz have, I would say, overachieved and exceeded expectations this year.
Definitely, and they got the shock win a few weeks ago against
I know, and
Bristol Aztecs.
We were supposed to live stream it and we weren't available. But we will be here for the Warriors game, which I'm really looking forward to.
Long kick by Spencer Cutland, returned by number 49 for the Cheetahs. Only gets an extra 5 or so yards, and they're at the 25-yard line for their first down. A little bit slow to get up, number 49. Hopefully he's doing okay. Cheetahs not with the largest roster here today. There's definitely a few people who are going to have to play both ways, which is really complete opposite for the Aztecs, who've obviously
Yeah.
got a lot of depth, and that might show later on in the fixture if it's not already. Defensive front of Adam Eckhart and Felix Gray on the interior. Blitz coming by Eckhart, and good completion there to number 9, the Cheetahs, which gains them about 5 or 6 yards on that first down play.
Yeah, good. I said it last week. Oh, the guy's moving the sticks. Oh, he's just moving him back. But I said it last week. If you can get a 5 or 6 yard play on a first down, you're doing a good job. So that is quarter. So we will see them change ends, and the first quarter ends 14. Sorry, should I say the teams? Bristol Aztecs 14, Hertfordshire Cheetahs 0.
Yeah, I was talking to a few of the Aztec players prior to kickoff, saying that it's actually quite a nice, pleasant surprise that the temperatures actually dropped quite a bit today, and it's not as hot as the heat wave that we've been enduring.
Yeah. I was thinking that on the way here. It was actually raining a bit for me on the way here, and
yeah,
well, not just for me, for everyone. I thought actually this will like cool things down, and obviously we're in a tower with a roof on it. I was like, I don't mind it raining. It can rain all it wants.
And with a little bit of wind, you can't have everything, can you? So
no, yeah. There's always something, isn't there?
the tree in the callback again. A little bit of a high snap from the centre. Wide run by number 3, and Eddie Onamade just lights him up there. And number 9, fair play to him, shakes it off and
I think
gets up. There's not a lot you can do about it when someone's coming with you at that much speed and pace to be able to stay on your feet. But great hit there by Eddie.
So where's the ball now? It's 28-yard line, isn't it? So the Cheetahs are in their own half on their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, I think they lost a yard or 2 on that
Yeah,
play.
do you know what? I think they're quite generous with the ball spotted here.
Yeah.
Considering where the player and the ball ended up.
Again, 2 in the backfield for the Cheetahs. Well, looking out, and 82 just couldn't get his head round, and 99 Adam Eckhart with a little bit of a late hit on the quarterback there.
I didn't see that, did he?
I think Vitry was just asking the question as to whether it was a little bit on the late side, but no flag from the white hat.
Adam, do what you can to get the next, make it 3 unsportsmanlike conducts.
Yeah, punt team comes out for the Cheetahs. And it's Darius St. Robinson to return. Steve will be hoping for a touchdown so we can read out his CV afterwards.
Yeah, or a fake here.
Going again onto that right-hand side. Not the best punt in the world, but it is rolling.
Just pick it up. Pick it up.
And the Cheetahs will down it around about the 37-yard line. Oh, Louis Benzi, who has started fairly clean so far today with his passing in this windy conditions, and has led the Aztecs offense to 2 scores from their running back so far, and it's Sean Vaughan back in the backfield. We love to see it. And quick pass out to number 7, AJ Carr. He's got space. Can he get past number 5? No, he can't. Good tackle there by George Downs, who didn't commit too much either way and just managed to sort of
Downs is a solid tackler. He's a tough player. Difficult to get around him as a ball carrier. He will stand his ground. He does commit to tackles really well. So sort of textbook Downs there for me. Yeah.
And it's first.
You can use
Downs.
that again if you like.
It's first down.
Oh, don't!
Sorry.
Oh, that's terrible. At least mine wasn't a pun.
Trips right for the Aztecs. Ball in the backfield into the hands of Benzi. pulling guard in front of him. Sean Vaughan tries to pull a man off him, and I think he'll get about a 3-yard gain there on second down. I would love for him to score today.
You love for Vaughan? Yeah.
I love Sean to score today. I do have, you know,
mate, he'll have a
people
heart
on
attack
both.
before he gets to the end zone from here, right? So
I do have people on both sides of the coin today. I've got a few people I know on the Cheetahs, so I am impartial. All over the top, but overthrown there by Benzie. Looked like a bit of miscommunication between him and number 83.
Baptiste coming on. Or Cornwall Baptiste, sorry. Is it raining? A little bit. It's a little bit of spit.
Benjamin Shaw there, the intended receiver for the Aztecs. AJ Carr in the slot, who's actually the only player to ever play both GB men's contact and flag.
Yeah.
Quarterback rolls out there, Benzie. Flag looks like it could be for holding. Well brought in by St Robinson, but this may be coming back. I think it was possibly 71. Cornwall Baptiste possibly holding there on the offensive line.
Hopefully it's not unsportsmanlike, because it'd be gone.
I think they've got plenty of depth.
Holding.
It is 71 holding. So chalked off that completion there to St Robinson. Nice play actually rolling out there by Louis Benzie.
What's that feel like as an offensive lineman? You know, there's a great play gets made, and then you held or you did something wrong, and now it gets called back. You know, over a touchdown. Have you ever had that?
No,
I've
never held in my life. No, I've flagged twice for holding in my life.
Well, it doesn't have to be holding. It could be anything as an O-lineman.
Well, good pressure there by 94 as Benzie tries to roll out looking for some Robinson, but just couldn't manage to. It's almost difficult when you are rolling out to the left, when you're a right-handed.
Absolutely, you've got to plant that foot right behind you. Yeah, I think Benzie did really well on that scramble.
Yeah.
You know, keep that play alive, and the receiver did well to mirror him and get open. It just, he had someone trying to pull him one way, and he was trying to twist his body the other. So, but not a bad scramble there from Benzie.
No. Trips right again for the Aztecs. It's 4th down, and they are going for it. Benzie, long ball, looking over the top, incomplete. Lost the ball. Bit of pressure in the backfield from 94 and nearly getting towards Benzie, but it'll be a turnover on downs for the Cheetahs.
Ewan Hold's always in training. See? But you've got to answer the question.
I'm not even responding to that.
Have you been responsible for a good play being called back?
Never. Well,
how would you feel if that happened?
I once got called on ineligible receiver as an O-line where I tried to catch a touchdown in my first season playing for the UE Bullets, and it was streamed, and I've never lived it down.
That's brilliant.
And the pass was actually caught. I tipped it to a receiver. So, Cheetahs. Nice catch number 3, manages to break one tackle and gets a good 5-yard gain there.
Yeah.
I think that was number 3, which is Shaquille Adigan.
Yeah, one of their dangerous players is Shaquille. He does some of their returns as well. He's a very good player. 2nd down and it's 6. About 5.5, isn't it?
Yeah, 5.5, 6.
So ball is just shy of the halfway line there, as you can see, right in front of us.
Cheetahs definitely had more of their success to the air so far. Struggled really to get past that first line of defence. And the same happens again, where only really a yard gain there for the Cheetahs.
You're getting some stick in the comments, mate, just so you know. I'm not going to put it up, but... you call these people friends, do you?
Not him.
Yeah.
It's the same person who I shouted out on the stream last week, and now he's giving me abuse.
Ridiculous, mate.
Abuse. But, you know, I'm not going to meet abuse with abuse, so... Cheetahs, third and 4.
That's the old sport tank.
Hand off to 28, and he manages to get about 8 yards. Ooh, a little bit of a risky tackle there by, I think it was number 6 of the Aztecs.
No, I think it was Eddie.
Was it Eddie? Was it?
Yeah, I think he just. I think just a little bit late with it, but nothing got called. There was no protest from
There was
the
no
player,
protest from the Cheetahs either, really.
No,
was there?
but so yeah, maybe we need to just shut up and man up a bit. But it didn't look good from this angle, is what I'm going to maintain.
No, yeah, I think Cobra's sideline would be up in arms about something like that. But
So it's 4th and 2 here.
I think they have to keep the offense on the field here and try and get a bit of momentum, being 2 scores down already.
And it's called a timeout.
Yeah, I think that's smart. There seems to be a bit of miscommunication.
Go for the old hard count, try and get them to jump offside. That's what you've got to do, isn't you? Before you call the timeout. Like,
definitely.
That's a waste of. Even if you don't like what you see.
No, for sure. No, it's something. And you know, the Aztecs tried it in the first quarter, managed to get the free play.
Russ is saying, how many trick plays do you think Bristol will run today? He thinks at least 1. You can't say at least 1. You've got to say a number. At least 1. Any number's at least 1, isn't it? Apart from 0. So you basically just said yes.
Yeah. Also with Luke Smith and Adam Metcalf, 2 Cardiff Cobras on the D-line, I would definitely be doing a hard count because they jump every time.
Yeah.
So 4th and 2 here
every time.
4th and 2 here for the Cheetahs. Looks like might be bringing a blitz, and they are. Oh, great completion there to number 82, and first down for the Cheetahs. 4th
down conversion. That's good stuff. Oh, there is an injured Cheetah player. She's just. I think it's 51. I think her name's Erin.
Erin Jones.
Yeah, Erin Jones. Yeah, she's. I think it looks like it's the chest. She's sort of clutching her chest there. So yeah.
Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah. So she's up on her knees, so she's not like flat out. And she was actually stood up, and they told her to go to the ground so that they could come and treat her. So I don't think it's anything major for those at home watching. But we'll keep you updated just after, during this short break.
And almost a bit of time really for the Cheetahs to have a look at their different options. Their sideline is looking a little bit on the forlorn side. Naturally, they've obviously only got a certain amount of players in their roster, and just a bit of a break for them to be able to reassess what they're going to do with this first down.
So they're actually removing the shoulder pads of Jones, but she does look like she's okay. It looks like they're about to help her to her feet and help her off. It's hard to tell the extent of the type of injury here. It could be one that keeps her out for the rest of the game, potentially.
Yeah, it'd be a shame, especially with the Cheetahs being quite low already. But yeah, a chance for the Cheetahs to get some fluids on and take a bit of a breather.
So the refs have instructed the teams they can go to the sidelines now while that treatment carries on. But like I said, she is up on she's knelt down. Like I said, she was stood up with this. So it is it's an upper body injury. It looks to the left side of her chest, I would say, just judging by what we can see.
Possibly shoulder.
Could be shoulder, but it could be shoulder. But I felt like she wasn't she'd left her shoulder a little bit back when she was sort of patting her chest. But we'll see. What we'll do, guys, because this is taking a little bit longer, we'll just go off of. We'll go on mute for a bit and put up a graphic just while we've got this injury break. Oh, that's just what we will do first, though, is put this comment that's from Eliza saying that Eliza's proud of her, that she's representing the girls, which is really nice to see. Support for Erin there. Cool. So yeah, nothing's wrong. There's no technical issue. We're just going to go on mute while we just wait for this injury to be dealt with.
Yeah, so the injured player, 51, Jones for the Cheetahs, managed to walk off the field, which was really good to see, and getting a warm applause from the crowd here at Shaftesbury. And it'll be a first down for the Hertfordshire Cheetahs after that fourth down conversion.
And what a conversion that was. That was a great play by them.
Brilliant.
It was number 82, wasn't it, on the sideline? I'm not sure.
Was, yeah.
Harvey Simmons to keep this drive alive. And let's see if the Cheetahs can get on the board here.
Getting two in the backfield for the Cheetahs. Literally the quarterback drops back, looks, got space over to the left-hand side. It holds up in the air.
So long.
Eddie Onamade picks him off for his second pick of the day, and he's returning it. And he's going fast up the middle, gets past the last remaining offensive line, but there's a flag. It might be on the Cheetahs anyway, and Onamade takes it in for a touchdown. I do think this flag will be on the Cheetahs anyway, so I think it will be declined by the Bristol Aztecs.
I feel for Victory and the Cheetahs there. They were picked off as much by the wind as they were by Onamade.
Yeah, the pass didn't look like it was a particularly. It looked like it was the right choice. The wind just held it right up in the air, and Onamade was obviously on the front foot, able to get in there, pick the ball off, and return it for a touchdown. Hell of a game so far for him.
So it was a block in the back. The referee did point to the Aztec side, but I think. Oh no, he didn't. He pointed towards the Cheetahs. He did it right. So that it was a block in the back. Penalty declined and 6 points added to the board. So 20-0 pending this PAT.
So
they're saying it's
Bolu Coca.
Was it Bolu? Oh, so, we're sorry about that, guys.
We might have the names.
We do have
on
the
team
names.
sheet.
That's definitely one because it's there. Harvey Simmons at 82.
17 we've got down as Bolu Coca.
Yeah.
So
Apologies for that. Thanks for the correction. We won't make the same mistake again. Oh, they're faking it! Yeah!
fake by over, looking for Luke Smith, and he's dropped it.
Is there a flag?
The flag on the plate. So
Yeah.
we did say it was potentially coming the fake to Luke Smith, the Cardiff Cobras defensive lineman. He looked like he'd never caught a ball in his life before, and it showed. And looks like they might be retrying it anyway, as there's offside. But sorry. So offside, I think, for the
Cheetahs.
For the Cheetahs. Prize of do it again.
Do you reckon they go for a fake again?
I don't think so.
Fake it. I love the fakes.
I think your chance has gone, Luke, I'm afraid. And so it'll be Spencer Cutland, who will be fighting against the wind a little bit here.
Yeah, it's like sideways to him. If you look at the, well, you can't see it. I'll show it in a second. The arrow, the little flag at the top of the
kick is good.
The upright there is blowing directly sideways to Spencer's kick. It was good. It is one more point added. It is 21-0.
I think it has hit someone's car as well in the car park over the top, which is why I didn't park behind the posts.
there's a few grounds, and two of them are in Bristol, because you've got Loughborough as well. Yeah. There's a few grounds where you can get your car dinked by a football if you aren't careful. And this one, Hillside for Huey.
Yeah, Hillside.
Another
You
one.
park behind the sticks.
Anyway.
Cardiff as well.
Is Cardiff the same?
Yeah. Car park behind the sticks.
Do you know what? We need to start a crowdfunder for some nets, for some upright nets to protect these cars. And protect the reputation of the game.
Everyone should just go for two. That should be. Just go Huey bullets. Everyone goes for two. Kick off by Spencer. Deep kick. Wow. And it does go back in the end for a touchback. And again, Cheetahs offense will take the field. It's 21-0 to the Aztecs in this second quarter here at Shaftesbury Park.
Do you think we are headed for a running clock in this game?
I think it is entirely possible. Yeah.
With two converted scores away, right?
Yeah.
Do Aztecs have that in their locker? Is what I'm saying here, without conceding any points.
Yeah, I think it's possible, and I think.
Why are you being so disrespectful to the Cheetahs?
It's not disrespect to the Cheetahs. Got a lot of time for the Cheetahs, and I love their jerseys.
Why did you smack down with me?
Yeah, it's I think
agree
the Cheetahs
with you.
know that they're up against it here today. Yeah,
I think we are headed for a running clock.
Problem is that I do think that the Cheetahs' best chances is to the air, but second timeout called by the Cheetahs.
The Cheetahs have got some very good receivers. Is this a Cheetahs' third timeout? We'll just see. The ref normally holds up his fingers and says.
Yeah, third and final timeout.
Yeah.
For the Cheetahs.
Yeah, he does like a push up in the air thing. You just saw him do it with his hand. That means that's their third and final timeout. I'm starting to slowly, after being involved in the sport for over 30 years, slowly understand what the referees are doing with their hands.
It does help. Does help.
I only just learnt last week that the bloke with a white cap is the leader.
So, first and 10 from around about the 25-yard line for the Cheetahs. I was just saying before about the difficulty with this wind of passes in the air for the Hertfordshire quarterback.
Well, we saw that last series. It just hung up for so long, didn't it?
It's a handoff, and it's eaten up with a double tackle there of Luke Smith and number 45, whose name I will get for you in a minute, but just nowhere to go really for the running back there.
That's Che,
of the Cheetahs. Yeah, it is Chen.
Hell of a player.
Yep.
Where's his
former Huey Bullet, and
he used to live with T, didn't he? Where's T today?
I don't think
he's
so.
not here. I thought.
Was he from Stirling as well, Chen?
What T was? So maybe I don't know if they played together there, but they're very close.
I'm not sure where Chen played his undergrad, but I know he definitely played for the Huey Bullets and causing damage here on the offensive line for the Aztecs. A little bit of a high snap again, goes out wide, nice completion there to number 49, and only manages to get 3 or 4 yards, and it will bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Cheetahs.
What yard are they on? 26, roughly?
Yeah. Around about the 26-yard line, and 49, good grab there by, again, we haven't got his name unfortunately, but
what number?
49.
49.
Another high snap again for the quarterback to deal with, and good play there by Eddie Amade.
Nigel Hoyt just helping him to his feet.
Yeah, number 9 there, Jaden Abraham, just couldn't quite bring the ball in. Thought there might have been a little bit of a question about whether Eddie was there a little bit on the early side, but nothing doing from the referee, and it looks like he's
actually gone to ground again. So
got a bit of an issue.
I'm just going to move again. We don't want to film injured players. We will film the fights until someone gets injured, obviously.
Yes.
But that's never happened. But yeah, injured players, we just give them the dignity while they're being treated. of not being on screen. We will tell you of what's going on. I don't think, again, this one is. I don't think this one's ending the player's day. I've just noticed, I believe, that number 51 is it Erin?
Yes.
Is back
Erin
with
Jones.
her shoulder pad and helmet on, so that's good to see that she isn't out for the game. She may have even been on the field already and I've not noticed, but a nice little positive update there while we wait for this injury to be dealt with.
Yeah, I think it may have been his hamstring or something similar there. Jaden Abrahams, the former.
Yeah, it doesn't look like an
Nottingham
impact
Caesar.
injury, does it? It didn't look
No.
like an impact injury. Is he a former Nottingham Caesar? I didn't know that. Great player he is.
Yeah.
And a lovely guy. I've always got to tell everyone when I know people are lovely guys.
Yeah.
It's important that people know that I know that.
If they weren't lovely guys, would you say?
No, just say
There's
that's
a guy.
number 9.
There's a guy.
Yeah. I wish him the best. But I would never talk about his character.
No, that's
Anyway, he's just going off now.
Clapped off the field on his
under
feet,
his
which is
own
good to
power.
see.
Yeah, it's all good to see.
Yeah.
And like I said, hopefully we see him again
Yeah.
today.
We are getting. It's not far off from the Aztecs having more coaches and sideline staff than Cheetahs have players on the sideline when the offence is on the field, and it's going to be a punt on 4th down.
Lovely
by
snap there.
Number 83 again going towards St Robinson, who'll pick it up.
Score, score, score.
Going on to his right hand side, 94 chasing him down. He checks back and is going nowhere really on that check back. Wasn't much open in front of him, and a good tackle there by the Downs brothers. And the offence of the Bristol Aztecs back on the field in 4th.
How amazing must it be to play on the field with your twin brother and not on, and like at the same time for the same team? That must be amazing.
Yeah.
Like I'm envious of that. I don't have a twin brother, by the way. So I'm envious of maybe him being a twin as well.
Yeah,
Which
I think it'd be quite cool.
telepathy, yeah, they just know what's going on, don't they? Yeah.
Emmanuel
It's an
Bauer
unfair
in the
advantage,
backfield.
actually. I don't approve of it. Get one of them off.
Oh, a little pump fake there from Louis Benzi, and ball nearly came out at the end there, but AJ Carr was already down.
Yeah.
And a gain of about 6 yards.
Number 23 is AKM. I don't know what the acronym AKM is. I know
Adam-
AFK is away from keyboard.
AKM is Adam Kelly Moore, former president of the Cardiff Cobras.
Oh my God. Welcome to this week's Cobra Fest. It's mental. We love the Cobras here anyway, though.
There's a bit of
It's all
of
good.
Yuri Bullets.
Nah,
as
this
well.
is mostly Cobra love.
Nice play, Derrison Robinson. Can he get away from one? He does. Comes back again, looking for a few blockers in front, but it's not getting much help. And flag comes
Dancing
down
around.
late from the referee. And looks like there's a flag after the play there. Derrison Robinson just tried to get away from the onrushing Hertfordshire Cheetahs defenders. It's a player on the knee as well for the Cheetahs.
Wait for the white cap to make the announcement here, and then try and figure out what his hand actions are doing.
It looks like it's on the Aztecs, this penalty. Oh no,
Waved off.
waved off.
So for those of you not familiar with that, sometimes the referees can do things erroneously and then have a conversation and decide actually no, that wasn't the penalty. And that's the case here. So they do the signal to wave the flag off, no penalty. Ball moves forward, 1st down Aztecs on the 36 yard line on the Cheetahs.
Yeah, I didn't say anything, wasn't I? I didn't say anything, so it was a bit, possibly,
Yeah, it could be waved off.
bit of a loopy snap. Hands off to Bauer, going around to the right-hand side, gets past a few, and gets a 1st down for the Aztecs. Number 72 is Faizan Hassan
Wow.
for the Cheetahs.
If you believe our roster, which do you know what? I don't blame you if you don't.
It could be anyone. But
Yeah.
that's what
It could be, yeah.
that's what we've got down.
Let me just read some other names. It could be from the roster here. But no, we're handed a second roster, weren't we? Is that going to be a?
Well, this one does say London Blitz, so are we...
This was the one the head coach handed to me, but then we were handed another one. Anyway, game on, big cheers here as the running back makes a block on the defender. Reception is good. And the ball that the Aztecs marched down the field, down to the 7-yard line. First and 10, once again on this drive.
So it turns out it is the same one.
Okay,
So
cool.
There is no, there's no change
I'm vindicated.
on this. Yeah.
I'm vindicated. But and the head coach is vindicated for the Cheetahs. I'd say his name, but it's probably wrong on this list.
SBC in the backfield takes the handoff. It doesn't manage to get past the initial first line of defence of the Hertfordshire Cheetahs after that completion. It is going to be second and goal now for the Aztecs.
Sam's saying that is accurate. I'm assuming that I'm hoping he's talking about the player's name and not one of the jokes we made. In that the player is called
Faizan Hassan.
Faizan Hassan.
So, second and 10 from the 7-yard line. Handoff again to SPC.
Go!
Sean Patrick Cook, and straight up for a touchdown.
Sean Patrick Cook. Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is. Sean Cook. Sean Patrick Cook.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're just going to call. Well, Deborah might jump on.
Former head coach of the Cardiff Cobras, Sean SPC, and nice touchdown there, and that is 27.
Let's just call him Deb's boy. Let's just call him that, all right? There's no doubt of that.
No, not
He's
at all.
100% Deb's boy.
Yeah, long tenured Aztecs player, starting Great Britain long snapper as well. And it is good.
We don't know if we saw it hit a car or not.
Extra point.
But they do tack on the extra point there. So we are 7 unanswered points away from the second half being a running clock. First halves do not have a running clock, regardless of the scoreline. But I don't think we haven't had the 2-minute warning, but it doesn't feel like we're far away from it. Just judging by my fantastic sense of time elapse.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll have too long still to go at the end of this second quarter. It's going to be Spencer Cutland, who's been pretty on point with his kicking so far today.
Yeah. Well, especially when he's had that wind with him and he kicking in this direction.
Yeah.
Probably another.
As you look, kicking from right to left, does have the assistance of the wind. Well brought in there by number 82 and manages to get past one, not past the second, and that kind of got hit a little bit on the ground as he went there, but gets up and shakes off the tackle. Yeah,
number 82.
Yeah, Bolu Coker with the return. So, good field position for the Aztecs here, really. Cheetahs inside their own 20, around about the 17-yard line. Fred Smith is the only reason why I still enjoy watching American football. Have you got a number for us, Thomas, of Fred Smith?
We've seen him, we've seen the name, and I think the number was mentioned earlier. See if you can scroll and find it.
Pass out, looking for 28, just off the tip of his hands, nearly tipped up in the air to be intercepted by 21.
Yeah. And we can just see number 9, Abraham, we just saw him on screen there, is back on the field, which is great to see. So glad to see that after his, whatever, I don't know what the injury was, but it was a lower body injury that he had earlier that took him off. Is there someone trolling with the Fred Smith thing?
I don't think so. So 2nd and 10 for the Cheetahs. Again, bit of a high snap, and it's becoming a little bit of an issue. Manages to get the handoff, and number 3 does really well to avoid 2 tackles there. Gets met by the 3rd person in the end, but
I almost said it earlier, but it's been a problem for the Cheetahs all season. They're snapping and high snaps, the snaps going over the head. We actually did a double header with them in Hertfordshire, and hilariously, the under-19s had the same problem.
Really?
Yeah. Just so
something in the water.
Something's going on in Hertfordshire. It's costing them.
That takes a second away from that quarterback and getting the handoff, and it can really affect how an offense is able to create momentum. A bit better this time, and 82 had his shirt being pulled a little bit there, and I think he's saying that to the referee. Eddie just had a little bit of a hand on it, and he definitely did have a little bit of a yank of his shirt.
You see him there just pleading to the referee, and now to the other referee.
I think he's got a point there.
But you can see he's frustrated with it, I mean,
because it's as he's trying to break away from contact.
Yeah.
If someone's pulling your shirt back the same direction.
I thought he was going to do it with the other line judge and get a hat trick, but no, he didn't. You can see he's talking to the coach about it. Hopefully, that's the last we see of that type of.
Yeah, but it is on
play.
3rd down as well, which means that the Cheetahs are trying to punt, but he fumbles it a little bit. Does really well to manage to get a bit of a punt away, but it's gone straight up in the air. Will the Aztecs pick it up?
It's just an Aztecs bounce, isn't it? Why bother?
Yeah,
you don't need to risk anything there.
No.
You've got it's within the 10-yard line. Wherever it's rolling, just let it go. Really unfortunate play here. Play there for the Cheetahs once again.
Yeah.
Related to the snap.
And I think long snappers generally aren't the same people as centres, but I think also the wind as well. We can't discount that the wind might have a bit of an effect on this. It's going to be Emmanuel Bauer in the backfield for the Aztecs. Already got 1 touchdown. Can he make it a second? Trips right for the Aztecs. They've got St Robinson, Chris Green, and Noah Clack on that right-hand side. It is a handoff to Bauer. Gets a nice cutback lane straight up the middle, and a touchdown for the Bristol Aztecs. And that is 34-0 at the moment for the Aztecs. We're 1 point away, an extra point away from a running clock.
No, not this half.
We're not. No, for the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those of you not familiar, which is probably none of you, but I will talk about it, a running clock is when the clock doesn't stop for a player that gets tackled or a player going out of bounds or an incomplete pass. So it keeps running, which really chews up the time and gets the game finished quickly.
Also known as the mercy rule.
The mercy rule, yeah. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not going to get on my soapbox today.
Not
Although
a
it would
fan
give
of
me a much better view.
Not a fan of the name or the rule itself?
Oh, no, the rule. I hate the rule. So I think...
I mean, having
I
played...
think it kills the game. Once we get running clock, what you'll see is the ball will basically stay within the 30-yard lines.
Yeah.
Or 25 to 25 in this field because it's a 90-yarder.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really go anywhere. Nothing really happens. It just really kills the game.
As a player who's lost 90-0 to the UE Bullets before, I'm in favour of the mercy
Are
rule.
you? No, I'm not.
And a running clock.
I think it needs to be adjusted to a higher score line. So a 50-0. I get it. 35. I just don't. I think it's too soon in a game.
That's fair enough. I think that's a fair enough comment. So, I'm not sure we've got too much longer of this first half. I don't think we've had the 2-minute warning yet.
No.
From the referees there.
But I think it will come quickly because obviously the Cheetahs have used all of their timeouts now.
Yeah.
So.
Looks like someone's going to have to hold the ball here for Spencer Cutland, as the wind here has picked up a bit more in these last few minutes. And again, a really nice kick, really pinning 82 back inside his own red zone and manages to evade one tackle, gets over to the left-hand side where he's met by a few Bristol Aztecs players.
Isn't he? Look at him. Staying up.
He's fair play to him.
Big guy, isn't he, Coker?
Fighting for those few extra yards through 3 or 4 Aztecs players trying to get him down to the ground.
So the ball is what, about the 17-yard line? Yeah. So Cheetahs take over on their own. Actually, it's the 18-yard line. I can see from the referee this side. 1st and 10. And like I said, we probably will see the 2-minute warning on this drive any time now.
Trips right for the Cheetahs. Victory again at quarterback. Amade's heavy press, but has let him go and pass over the head of 49, incomplete.
That felt like a miscommunication, an incorrect run from the receiver. I mean, you can't ever be the quarterback doing it wrong, can it? But no, even the quarterback's in the wrong, you've got to say, "No, it's me, mate. Yeah, sorry, yeah." Keep the quarterback sweet. No, but it just felt like there was some miscommunication, misunderstanding on that play, and the ball was uncatchable from where the receiver was.
Yeah. Victory gets away again. Got a player out 82 who brings it in brilliantly. What a catch from number 82 of the Hertfordshire Cheetahs, moving the chains, and
see,
they're in speed up mode.
That's the response you want to see when, you know, he was a little bit frustrated, wasn't he, when he went off. We were talking about him talking to 2 different refs about being pulled.
Yeah.
He obviously had a conversation with his coach. That's a great redeeming play for him.
Definitely.
You know, and a great way of coming back out. The ball's now on the 38-yard line, keeps this drive extended, alive, and it's 1st and 10 for the Cheetahs.
And also the ball was there to be picked as well. But,
yeah,
you know, there was an opportunity.
he went and fought and won that ball. That was a great grab, and we got it really nicely in HD for him to watch back forever.
Quarterback just manages to get the ball out over to 9. Little bit of a loose pass, and number 9 can't manage to bring it in. That's Jaden Abraham again.
Yeah, I worry that Abraham's now carrying an injury. I hope that's not the case, but
the thing is, it's the sort of game today where you feel like people will have to carry injuries to sort of get through, and
just because of their numbers.
Because of the numbers, you know, normally with Aztecs, if someone has a knock, you'll be able to take him out, but it's not the case with the Cheetahs today. Good snap this time. Number 1 looking over, really well brought in by Abrams, and another 1st down for the Cheetahs. And really nice play there. I think that's one of the best plays that we've seen today.
Man, I was just talking about Abraham there.
Yeah.
Certainly injury, even if he is carrying an injury there, that certainly didn't impinge him on that play. And they moved the ball into Aztecs territory. The ball is now on they basically flipped the field. The ball's on the 38-yard line of the Aztecs, whereas the previous play was the 38-yard line of the Cheetahs. 2-minute warning. We'll just see the referee confirm that. Bang on 2 minutes.
And no timeouts for the Cheetahs, so could impact how they attempt these last few plays of the
there's
first
no 2-minute drill for them, is there?
No.
They don't have that. They don't have the ability to manage the clock here. They've got to be aware of the clock, and they can play call according to it, as in, you know, incomplete passes, running the ball out of bounds to save time. But
it does affect the play calling though, naturally, going into the final 2 minutes. Space now for Victory. Looking out again for Abrams. Defensively, that was really good play there from Eddie. He didn't check back to look for the ball, but got his arm up.
But that's the thing. So when you don't check back and look for the ball, you actually can get your arm up, and it actually, you know, you can actually obscure. Not obscure. You can get in the face a little bit more of a receiver.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to block their vision, but I think he played that really well. He was able to get on. You know, as soon as the ball came into his view, he was able to make contact with the receiver. So
and you
good play by Eddie.
You can kind of see it as well. The receiver, when he goes to catch it and goes to put his arms up, that's your cue to get your hands up as well and try and get in the way.
And it looks like they've got Eddie as arguably their best DB, marking 82, Coker now.
2nd and 10 for the Aztecs, incomplete pass there.
It looked like he backed out of that. It looked like that ball, he could have grabbed that and kept running. He just sort of like, I think he...
Yeah, a little bit of a
everyone
business decision.
everyone always calls it
long game.
footsteps, you know, like...
Yeah.
Oh, but in that case, I think he saw it in front of him. And I don't want to...
Yeah, well...
I don't know,
Tom Seager...
make someone look silly or anything, but it just felt like he could have caught that, but made the business decision to not.
Yeah, he saw Tom Seager coming from and decided that
Yeah.
he was going to just let it hit the ground.
He's going to go to work on Monday feeling fine. That's what he decided.
3rd and 10 over the top, and it's picked off by the Aztecs again. Number 21, he's able to return, going over to the right-hand side. Got a few blockers in front of him. Maybe if he can get past the offensive line. And the quarterback, incredible tackle by 82, recovering and saving his team from conceding again at the end of this first half here in Bristol.
So what
number 21? That's Simon Aleifa. Simon Aleifa.
Great play by Simon there, and you could see within like 5 yards, the first 5 yards of him running it, he wanted to score that, didn't he? Like he was fighting and he was looking for the lane, and he did a fantastic job returning the ball down to the 29-yard line of the Cheetahs.
Yeah.
A shame for the Cheetahs because you know they just pulled probably one of their best drives together of the game. It just unfortunately ended for them there with this turnover.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it is Simon, but
someone's saying it isn't Simon.
I didn't think it was Simon only because of the surname. As Joey Ampoma manages to get past a few and gets a really good gain. Will we see a timeout here by Bristol Aztecs as we are in the final minute or so of this first half?
Oh, the stadium announcer started to talk.
Thank you, David and Mo. I didn't think it was Simon Aleifa, only because the surname didn't sound like it matched the face as much, but...
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
And
number 21, was it Leon? I don't think it was Leon. We'll find out who it was. We'll find out who
Leon
it was.
Combs, linebacker.
Could have been. I don't think it was. But...
He plays in 54. Although, may have a different number today.
So, first down for the Aztecs. Benzie looking deep in towards the end zone, overthrown, looking for 83, incomplete. No, it wasn't Leon.
I can see him there.
I don't know who it was, but we will find out number 21's name.
You boy, what's your name? What day is it?
Yeah.
Right, well, we've got the official BAFA roster, so the Aztecs are in deep trouble here because number 21 isn't Aleifa Simon, or Simon Aleifa. Sorry, I read it backwards, didn't I?
Left-hand side, going in towards the end zone, and it's another Aztecs touchdown. Number 83, who Benjamin Shaw, I think. Again, please take our names and numbers with a pinch of salt. These have been provided to us by the teams, so if they are wrong...
Well, the Aztecs ones are pretty solid apart from 21 so far. It's the Cheetahs ones have been...
all over the shop.
Have been, just an embarrassment to Britball.
So, that is 41-0. Still in the second quarter here for the Aztecs, and they're going for two here. Ampoma in the backfield, trips right, toss play to Ampoma, stumbles a little bit, cuts up and takes it in for the extra 2 points, and that is 43-0 to the Bristol Aztecs. Joey Ampoma with the 2-point conversion.
Hadn't seen that formation from the Aztecs before.
No.
All the receivers to the right, Ampoma out to the right as well.
Yeah.
Interesting seeing a guy of his size get out wide for what is typically a north-south run, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's usually you've got like a no-nonsense run for a 2-point conversion. He just sort of strolls in.
And great to see him back fit as well. He's had his injury problems over the last year or so, Joey Ampoma. So, yeah, really nice to see him take it in there. He's a really talented athlete and certainly a an important fixture in this Bristol Aztecs offence.
So we're just waiting for Spencer. Oh no, we're not. He's there. I thought he wasn't out there.
I'm sure there's not long left if the Cheetahs are even able to get a play. They might just kneel it out as 82 gets tackled around about the 24, 25 yard line, and it'll be Cheetahs offence coming back onto the pitch.
Yep. Yeah, 24 yard line.
Would you kneel it out if you were the Cheetahs at the end of this first half?
I would probably run backwards and kneel in the end zone for the safety. No, I wouldn't.
No, I was going to say. Try a deep shot. Throw it up to...
I don't think I would. I think they've got. There's no pressure on them here.
No.
So why not make the play?
They can almost try some different things here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Number 3, the running back for the Cheetahs, tries to cut it back up through a gap and no space.
On the flip side of that suggestion is, let's get everyone some rest. Let's get out. Yeah, everyone's now probably fatiguing a little bit. Let's just get half time started. So I suppose I can sort of see two ways of thinking, but it looks like they are continuing to play. We can see. I just want to just confirm there. 51 Jones, she is back and playing, which is great. That looks like that's half time, and it certainly is. So typically half times are about 20 minutes. We'll go off and we'll come back. But before we do, you in any poetry you want to recite?
Yeah. Well, I think the Aztecs have obviously had
any fun facts you want to share?
Fun facts.
No, go on.
Now the Aztecs have obviously had a really strong first half. 3 interceptions, one of which was returned for a touchdown.
Yeah.
So strong first half. Credit to Hertfordshire. They've had a few good plays here and there. It's tough with the amount of players they've got on this roster, but hopefully in the second half, if they can get some points on the board, that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
And maybe a chance as well for the Aztecs to rotate into that second half.
Awesome. Right, so we'll take a little break. Live stream will stay up, and we'll rejoin you towards 20 minutes time. See you then.
Yeah, do I sound okay?
We're live, yeah.
Cool. So,
We missed the opening kickoff.
We did miss the kickoff, but we're back out for the second half.
Ooh.
Bristol Aztecs are up. It's currently 43-0. Cheetahs dropping back to pass. Victory going up, looking for 82 again. Bounces off his head, and it's incomplete. So we've seen a few changes even here in the first sort of couple of reps here for the Aztecs as they get a few different players on the depth chart.
Did you happen to find out any of the players' names?
Yeah, number 21 who got the pick earlier on, Hodge, I think it's Sam Hodge, I think, who, yeah, apparently Hodge has been playing rugby league. And so that's one of the reasons why he hasn't played as many games this season. Little screen pass to number 9.
That's Abraham.
Abrahams again. Abraham, sorry, not Abrahams.
Yeah. Well, you could say it's Abraham's catch.
Yeah, true. I could have saved it there.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Cheetahs, trying to start this second half brightly. And looking forward to seeing a few of the depth players for the Aztecs coming on in this second half.
Is there anyone in particular?
Plays.
Like
yeah, there's a couple of players I'm looking out for. The returning guard, Briss and Gar, who played for the Berlin Rebels last season, only trained once for the Aztecs this season. So also Huey Bullett's 4-time national champion. So looking forward to seeing how he performs in this second half after, like I said, just training the once. Also, James Viner, who Cardiff Cobra's centre, who has managed to get a few games here this season and also played last season for the Aztecs.
Right.
So looking forward to see if he can get on the field. He's been dealing with an ankle injury recently. So hopefully he manages to get on the field. I think the talk is that Bunce, who is the left tackle for the Aztecs, will be coming out at some point to just rotate a few of those offensive line. Nice punt away on 4th down for the Cheetahs, goes out of bounds.
Green is returning it from the sideline.
Just getting a bit of practice in there.
Yeah.
Chris Green, another former teammate of mine at Huey.
Oh yeah, of course, it was you. Yeah, teammate of mine here. I played for the Aztecs a few years back. So yeah, he's great player.
Been playing for years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Chris Green, and
he does a little bit of media for a Finnish league, doesn't he?
Yeah, he also represented the men's netball team, Great Britain men's netball team.
Yeah.
And I think he also represents Sealand, the national team of Sealand, which multi-sport athlete. Nice quick pass there out to AJ Carr, gets the block, steps away from a couple. Looked like he may have stepped out a bit earlier there, but the referee didn't call it.
Yeah, it did look like
I thought he stepped out 3 yards or so earlier there, but not given by the referee, and the Aztecs get the break on that one.
And a great first down play brings up a first down. So they go into Cheetahs territory. Ball's on the 33-yard line.
Yeah, it's easy to see. Briss is in at left guard now with Rashid, the former Cardiff Cobras OC, in at centre. Handoff to Sean Vaughan in the backfield. Gets around about 4 yards there for his team. From the handoff from Benzie. Briss is easy to spot because he's wearing a black helmet as opposed to the grey decals that obviously Aztecs normally have. Vaughan in the backfield again, strips right for the Aztecs. 2nd and 7, bit of a low snap. Benzie goes out, manages to make a really nice pass, gets past 1, gets past 2, got a block in front of him, and he's taken down to around about the 5-yard line of the Cheetahs. I think it was number 86.
I'll just zoom in and double check.
Which is Josh Petrie. SPC is coming in for Petrie, who just made a really nice...
That's what you get for making a good play.
Yeah, yards
Subbed.
after catch, and off he comes. Yeah, nice play there for Josh.
Yeah, great play. Takes them down inside the 10, so it's 1st and goal here from the 7-yard line for the Aztecs.
Vaughan again in the backfield, and SPC as the fullback. Couple of... Well, can't get through that initial first tackle from the defensive lineman of the Cheetahs. It was actually number 4, Jack Downs, who would come and press the line, who managed to get the tackle in the end. And Vaughan is repping out for Ampoma, who comes into the backfield. So, 2nd and goal here from the roundabout the 4-yard line. 4-yard line for the Aztecs, looking to take their score into the 50s. Hand off to Ampoma. He's got wide open into the in for a touchdown, untouched.
Wow.
Joey Ampoma. And yeah, after his injury-riddled season, like I said earlier, it's brilliant to see Joey Ampoma back out there making plays. He really is an incredible athlete, incredible speed when he gets going, straight line speed, and yeah, on those sort of wide zone plays where there's a gap, he just powers through.
Well, he's looking good as well when he gets the ball. He's looking strong, confident, and it's great. Yeah, great. Like as you said, great to see him back. They are going for 2 here, so that will break the 50-point mark if there's a success on this 2-point conversion.
It's going to be another handoff. Same play again for Ampoma. Can he get in? Puts his shoulder down and takes it into the end zone.
Pretty much a carbon copy, wasn't it? In
Carbon
terms
copy.
Of type of run.
It's a sort of thing that a lot of offensive coordinators, if they can't stop it the first time, run it again until they do stop it.
Yeah.
Nice blocking as well by the offensive line on that left-hand side.
So just to remind everybody, we are in a running clock situation. So it just means the clock doesn't stop at its usual points. So it won't stop when the ball, when there's an incomplete pass. It won't stop when a player is goes out of bounds. It will stop for first downs, injuries, etc. Timeouts, yeah. But just gameplay stuff, it won't stop. And it just means that we end up with a much shorter playing time.
Spencer Cutland kicking off towards 82 Balacoka, and the ball has gone out of play.
So that is a penalty, and the ball will. I think they put it on the 35-yard line when that happens. Something like that.
35-yard line, yeah, when it does go out of bounds.
Referee's just.
It's actually going to be the 30-yard line.
30, cool.
30-yard line for the Cheetahs. And yeah, as David said, if you don't stop Joey behind the line, it's tough to stop. That is very true. Very true.
Yeah.
He's the sort of player that isn't the most explosive straight away, but when he gets going...
He's like juggernaut.
Yeah.
Once he's got some momentum, mate, you ain't stopping him.
No, exactly. And a really strong player to stop. A couple of defensive line players just switching around their positions for the Aztecs.
Oh, what a blitz there.
So Abraham on the right-hand side. Good hit there by number 21, Hodge.
That was a really nice hit, and it's one of them ones where your teammate has basically teed him up for you. You know, he's actually stopped the player. Player's, flat-footed, sort of struggling, and he's just a sitting duck. So you sort of really hope for those moments as a defensive player, where you can really lay a lick. But still, a couple of yards picked up on the play, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, so just seeing the comment, how big is the Cheetah squad? I think they've probably got around about sort of 34, 35 players here today. Possibly left. Bit of an issue with a handoff there to number 3. And he gets stuffed there in the gap. And it's going to be 3rd and 7
So
for
I'm
the
just
Cheetahs.
on the sideline right now. There's one player that I can see that isn't in kit anymore. He's got his jersey on, but not his helmet. I've counted a total of 24 players.
Wow. A lot less than I guessed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but so it's around that. Like that, you know, don't take that as an exact number, give or take. And clearly they've picked up a couple of injuries, which obviously doesn't help.
Doesn't help at all.
Yeah, Gary just said I counted 30 on the sideline to 24. Yeah, same as me, Gary.
36. Dropping it up for number 9, Abram. Really good play there. And a really nice completion there by the quarterback, Jack Victory. Nice
I feel like the
over
DBs there were a bit too much. They were caught ball watching, and they could have been on him straight away.
Yeah.
But not take nothing away from the players there. That was a good first down play. The Cheetahs have been putting together some drives today. You know, this ball's now moving into Aztecs territory. It's at the 39-yard line. The Aztecs probably have got some backups in, so this is a good opportunity for the Cheetahs.
Yeah.
They are capable of moving the ball against this defence. So hopefully we'll see some points on the board from them.
Yeah, they've just had some turnovers at really frustrating moments for them, really, just after they've sort of got a bit of momentum and it sort of swung back the other way.
Yeah.
So, snap goes off to Petrie, hand off to number 3. Trying to get away from that first
That's a
line. Yeah, 53, 98. They're making good tackles. Need to pick up the...
Do the Aztecs have their Americans? I don't know. Their American QB, is it Ethan?
Yeah, Ethan Gretzinger. He's not here today.
No, he's over in the States.
And no Tim Lucas either.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think, Garrison Robinson. There might be one or two others, but I think it's just one that they have here today.
DSR.
Yeah, that was Joseph Fofana with the tackle alongside, I think it was 98 Luke Smith. 2 in the backfield. Number 1, quarterback, looking for number 3. The running back Shaquilla had a gun, but ball just went over his head. Don't think he was really expecting it, as there was a bit of pressure on the quarterback.
Do they have their Americans? It's probably not a good game to. Probably the game against the Warriors, and if they get there, the playoffs.
Bristol Aztecs.
Well, they've got a nose tackle.
High snap over the quarterback's head. Can he get on it? Just about.
Yeah, he does.
And you'd expect the Cheetahs, unfortunately, after that's reasonably positive drive to punt.
Okay, and yeah, again, it's that the ball being snapped over there. The quarterback is because it can happen on punts as well.
Yeah.
That just really takes the air out of the sails of the Cheetahs here. It's a massive shame, but it's not an exclusive problem to the Cheetahs, but it's happening a lot today for them, or this season that I've seen.
Yeah.
But I see it in every single game for every team. There's always going to be errand snaps. We saw it for the Aztecs, early doors, didn't we? That touched someone.
Nice punt by the long snapper. And that actually did touch the Cheetahs, so the Aztecs...
Oh, if it's touched the Cheetahs, I thought it touched the Aztec player.
No, I think it touched number 5 of the Cheetahs.
Downs. Okay.
I think it hit his arm as it went up in the air. So
cool. So that's just illegal touch in there, and that's what they're just talking about on the sideline, because illegal touch in there means the ball should be downed where he touched it, and they're just pointing to they're just adjusting it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, David. Sharinwa. Is that how you say it? Sharinwa. For your comment. Yeah. 0 Americans today on defense. Cool. Okay. Thank you very much.
But going back to the snapping, when every offensive play is a pistol or a shotgun, you are going to see some errors across the course of a game.
Nice play by AJ Carr there, securing the first down, or nearly. I think it might be 2nd and inches. Whether they give it to the Aztecs here, as the quick pass went out from
I was asking what's the
Benzie.
biggest comeback in Britball. I've got no idea. Sport Tank probably. Hey. So second in like inches here.
Yeah. So they didn't give them the first down for that catch by AJ Carr, number 7. So it looks like it's SBC in the backfield. Cut block there. Brutal by SBC. Ball over the top looking for AJ Carr. Looked like that could have been PI. Yeah, it was.
And it is, yeah.
It was a big push there, I think, on AJ Carr, and that'll be on the Hertfordshire Cheetahs.
So at this level, it isn't a spot foul. Everyone's sort of marching upfield, but I think
Half the distance, isn't it?
No, it's like a 10 or a 15.
Oh.
Yeah. So like, the reason I sort of know that is because I played in a final a few years, but about 10 years now, which is embarrassing. And our DBs were told, because they had some danger. There was a guy, a GB player. Hold on, it's just.
Okay, if the ball's coming over the top, PI them.
Yeah, just PI
Yeah,
because it's not a spot foul.
It makes sense.
Because this player was so good. His name is Josh Amos, a fantastic player for the Thrashers. And our punter was also told, don't kick the ball to him, and he kicked it to him and he scored. Just a danger man. Great player. So our defensive coordinator was like, don't let them catch a ball. Yeah. We'll take the PI if we need to. So there was no balls caught all game for the Thrashers. And we lifted the trophy.
Good memories, no doubt.
So it looks like it's a 15-yard penalty there. But it looks like they're changing ends, and it's now the fourth quarter.
Well, and it just shows how quick the running clock comes into action, really.
Mate, that felt ridiculously quick.
Yeah.
I mean, feels like we only just got up here.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't even opened my second can of sugar-free Dr. Pepper.
Crazy stuff here going on at Shaftesbury Ding Crusaders. But so it's 51-0 to the Aztecs. And, I mean, will they be in hurry up? Probably not. They're probably quite happy just to keep things plodding along at the normal pace. They're just trying to change the down marker, make sure it's on 1, which it is now.
So they do have that extra man in the backfield there. In this formation.
Yeah, it's Noah Clark, number 9, hand off to Joey Ampoma. And doesn't manage to get the block on. It was actually a good tackle there by 98, Daniel McMillan. And Cornwall back 2 steps out. Didn't see who came in for him, but looks like they're going to shotgun. Yeah,
so has there been a game in my playing days where I was down and it sounds like you think I played for bad teams.
Drops back to pass. Benzie looking over the top into the hands of AJ Carr.
Woo-hoo!
Great play, but really good tackle there by George Downs.
They're rushing here because they want to get. I don't know. They want to get a touchdown. It's first and goal certainly.
From the
I don't understand the rush though. We just started the quarter. I don't understand that. Am I missing something?
Are they trying to just run up the score or catch them off guard, possibly?
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe it's just the drill they're doing. You know, maybe they're just trying to play a no huddle, although there was a huddle.
Ampoma in the backfield, but drops back to pass. Looks for the hands of Ampoma, takes it in.
Ampoma's having a great game, isn't he?
He scored again. Brilliant to see. And they are going for 1 here. Another touchdown for the Bristol Aztecs.
But you go back to that question. I don't know if I've ever. I don't know what the biggest comeback is in Britball is. I certainly don't remember in my own career. But I also don't think I had a losing season in my career.
Joshua?
Who's winning Britball? I've got to go Warriors, man. I see no reason, and I see only.
Oh, high snap over the head of Spencer Cutland. Can he get on it? He's trying to pick it up and keep going. Does. Why not? Throws it up. Oh my God! Chris Green has got it.
2 points. He might get flagged for that.
It's good. I can't quite believe what we've just seen. Spencer Cutland, the ball was snapped over his head. He picked the ball up, ran back to the 40-yard line, just threw it up for almost a Hail Mary, and Chris Green, caught the ball for, I don't know, and gets the extra point for. Wow.
I thought he might get called for taunting there after the score by holding his hand out, but I'm glad he didn't.
No,
I'm cool with it.
Definitely. I thought there might be a flag for Lyman downfield. That's what I was most worried about.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I was most worried about.
Yeah.
But Jesus, what an incredible play there by
but how far
Spencer
downfield
Cutland.
can you go when it on a 1 point out?
On a one,
It's like 3 yards.
No, but I guess no. That's a very good point. Very good point. But I just saw a lot of linemen down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Near to where Chris Green was, and thought, oh, you never know. But wow, what a play!
I've got some.
What
Sorry, I
a
just noticed
play.
there's some water on our lens. I think it's showing up on the live stream. I'm just going to wipe the lens, guys. Sorry. I'll wait till after the kick. Sorry.
And Cutland, who has been kicking for most of the day and turned himself into a great block there by
Jesus,
number
Josh.
15. I think it's Ricketts, is it?
Yeah, Josh Ricketts.
Josh Ricketts.
Blocked the player into the ball carrier, making the tackle with him.
Hell of a play.
Great play.
Hell of a play there by Josh Ricketts, and he's had a really
Josh,
good day
we got it
so
all
far.
on tape for you, mate. You can again watch it back. Tag us if you want to clip it. Credit us. But fantastic play from Josh.
Showing his strength there. I was surprised did well as well, the returner, to not let the ball come out of his hands as well.
Yeah.
Because he had two players force coming into him there. So, 28, Kieran Jolly in the backfield for the Cheetahs. Going to the air, looking for 82 again. Oh, nearly picked off there by Eddie Onamade.
This is it. So they've put Eddie on 82 now because he's their, Coker. 82 are Coker for the Cheetahs. Is their danger man. And I think so far Eddie's I would say shutting down. He's doing a good job of preventing him from catching.
Yeah. Coker's had a few plays here and there. He probably should have had a PI as well that we said in the first half. But yeah, well played by Eddie. And there is rain now coming down here at Shaftesbury, which might make it a little bit more difficult for the quarterback to pass the ball.
And ruining my day, which is important to know.
Pass looking over to the right-hand side for the running back, not on.
Just way over his head. I think Victory QB was a little bit under pressure there.
Yeah.
Got the ball out quick and just didn't quite. Just got a little bit of a higher release on it than he needed.
Yeah, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Cheetahs. Hate's going to say that wasn't a planned play. Yeah, I don't. Devil's Brush Gaming. I don't think it was a planned play. If it was, it's the best play call I've seen in my life.
Yeah. What we're going to do?
We're going to snap the ball over the long snapper's head. Looking again for 82 deep. What a grab!
Did he get it?
I think he's got it. What a grab by Bolo Coker.
Double covered. He was double covered, tight, and he's caught that ball, brought it in. He's such a dangerous player.
Yeah, there was one in the first half that he had as well, where he managed to bring it in on our near sideline here.
Yeah.
And they've gone back to him again, even though, the DVs and the safeties of the Aztecs have dealt with him well on occasion, but he managed to bring that one in for a first down for the Cheetahs.
So ball now into Aztecs territory, 39-yard line, 1st and 10.
Are they going to go back to him again? The DB's pressed on him, looking for the ball over the top, but 82 just couldn't get past 98 there on that far
Was that what
side.
it was? Was that what it was?
I think it was 88 actually. He was just trying to. He just blocked him at the line and just couldn't get past him in that initial stage. And
a little bit of love here.
88, Spencer Cutland
for the catch. Absolutely, just a fantastic catch. That's definitely a highlight reel play.
Yeah.
Not that we do highlight reels, but if we did, that would be on there.
Yeah.
His personal highlight reel, he'll put it on there. He won't let us down.
2 in the backfield. 4. Well picked up from the blitz, and big tackle there by 72, who's just running down the running back. Nowhere really he could go. And
On him straight away.
yeah.
0 yak.
Number 72, Alfred Shawumni. Alfred Shawumni. Good tackle there. And
Shawumni, yeah.
Shawumni. Yeah. Good tackle there. And they have been changing up the defensive front all day, the Aztecs. They've currently got Shawumni, Gray, Marcelo, and Adam Eckhart. It's 3rd and 12 now. And they'll go to the air again, looking for 82. It's over his head. And Eddie Anamade can't bring it in, a little bit over his head as well. It was nearly an opportunity for a hat-trick of picks there, but wasn't able to do it.
Imagine that, 3 picks in a game for someone. Sorry, I'm trying to wipe the lens, just keep it clear, because even though we're sort of under a cover, the angle of the rain is such that it's getting us in the face.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, at least me.
No, yeah.
You're a lot taller
I'm
than me.
okay,
Yeah,
I'm
you're in a
okay.
safe zone. I'm in
Yeah.
the splash zone. You've
I
been to
did-
SeaWorld, that's what they got. Splash zone.
I did hear about a hat-trick of picks a couple of weeks ago
Yeah?
for the South Wales Warriors. George Owens,
Go on, George.
the DB. So credit to him. And as the punt goes over, it's taken a bit of a bounce, and St Robinson's going towards his own sideline. He's going to cut it back and
Can
just
you
goes back
just
into
read out
trouble.
his little factoid?
Yeah, we'll
now,
go
'cause-
over because he might not score
Because
today with the running
I've been
clock.
asking for it, and it's just
So-
unbelievable. Listen to this, everybody.
Darius St Robinson played D1 college football for Clemson University as a cornerback, where he was chosen by Dabo Sweeney to be a team captain in his last year. Got signed to the Buffalo Bills practice squad before a shoulder injury. He then came to Europe, played in the GFL and the CEFL before playing in the ELF, where he played for the Warclaw Panthers and Munich Ravens. He earned ELF first team honours in 2022 before signing for the UE Bullets and since the Bristol Aztecs, where he swapped the offensive side of the ball, and he's been a weapon for the Aztecs, scoring multiple touchdowns. As Joey Ampoma takes a run for a first down, and that's about 12 yards for Ampoma.
But yeah, what an impressive
Incredible
background
CV, really.
to see this,
and, you know,
see this
I
player.
think it's really great that we're able to see these players as well come over and being involved in Brit Ball and raise the profile of the game.
Coming over here, taking our starting spots.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Exactly.
quality. I love it.
So
I love seeing
great
it.
to watch from a spectator's point of view.
Yeah.
And Poma's still in the backfield, and Benty goes over towards Carr on that left-hand side, just shy of a first down. It'll be about an 8-yard gain on that play.
Oh,
That's a great
Kevin
question.
here, who were in the relegation game between. So we're going to try and live stream that one, by the way.
Well, it was 10-8. 10-8 in the
Yeah,
previous,
it was so close.
previous
I know.
game.
And
To the Cheetahs.
yeah, and I spoke to the Cats. I think Russ may still even be watching, the head coach. I saw the Cats here against the Aztecs, and they were so strong. You've got Mark Moss on their sideline now, former Blitz head coach, very successful. And I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. Oh, mate.
Oh, and he's rolled out, and he's managed to get a bit of space up the
Oh, my
middle.
God.
Could he go all the way here? 86 in at quarterback. Takes a one. Oh, he's going out around about the 4-yard line. What a play
That's
there.
how you do it, Benty. That's how you do it. Is there a flag? Oh,
Wow.
is there a flag? It looks like there's some. Oh, there's a player down though. I'm going to pan away, and I will get back to that question. Sorry, but yeah, a bit too much action for us to.
No, it's okay. I think it was 86.
There is a flag,
It's
there is a
86.
flag.
There is a flag down on the
Let's
play.
just wait and see what the referee says here. Hold.
Oh, gutting.
So 10-yard, repeat the down. But yeah, so who's going to win that? I cannot pick a team. I can't, like, And that's head and heart. You know, I don't know who to put money on, and I don't have a preference on who wins it. I genuinely like both organisations. I think they're both. I think they're both will wipe the floor with teams in the league below, whoever goes down.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got me here, Kevin. I can't commit to an answer.
So, first down, Petrie looking out towards the right-hand side into the hands of Chris Green.
Woo!
Nearly makes one man miss, gets about a 5-yard gain for the Aztecs.
It's those netball hips kicking in for Green there, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Gary's asking, give me a
he's
shot
in his
from the screen
30s,
that
but
game.
definitely not lost any of that agility that he had.
Oh, mate, he's unreal.
He's a young, sprightly man.
Look, I know him
He's in
personally,
great
so
shape as well.
I'm really reluctant to glaze him up here.
Yeah.
But he's immense. He's been good great for years, and as you said, looks after his body.
Yeah, really well.
He is an extremely fast runner. 62 there, just jogging off.
Yeah.
The injured player, so good to see him jogging off. I would say we'll see him again, which is great. But yeah, Green are just, he's like Peter Pan. He's the Peter Pan of Britball. Yeah. He just doesn't age.
To be honest, he almost looks to be in better shape now than when I played with him, which is 4 or 5 years ago.
But he looks after his body.
Yeah.
Takes really good care of himself, and yeah, hopefully we see him score a touchdown today.
That'd be good. Well, he's
already got a 2-pointer, hasn't he? Yeah.
2-point conversion. Hand off to SPC. Going up the middle, gets away from one. Could go to the last point if he gets past this last defender. Carr gets in front of him. Takes it in. Looks like it will be. Did he get the ball in? Touchdown.
Debs' boy gets another one.
Yeah, Sean Patrick Cook there. SPC gets in.
There is a timeout. It's called a timeout? Is that a 2-minute warning?
I think that might be a timeout from the Aztecs head coach. We'll see what happens here.
2-minute
warning it is.
2 timeouts remaining for the Aztecs, and we'll just wait. Hopefully we can see the ref's hand. 3 for the Cheetahs. But what a run, what a play by SPC there.
Yeah.
Another player that defies old man time.
Definitely. Tom Barring with a kick. Spencer Cutler's been taken off it. Bit of kicking practice for 84, and it is good. So, yeah, hell of a play there by SPC. Just put on those afterburners there to get away from those last few defenders, and I think AJ Carr did brilliant there, number 7, because he got in front of that last remaining defender, just used his pace to get in front and made sure that he wasn't able to get across and tackle.
That was a lovely bit of blocking.
Yeah.
As much as it doesn't look like he did much,
no,
he did enough to allow that touchdown to take place.
Yeah, if he's not there, I don't think SPC scores.
Yeah, and you can easily in that situation do too much.
Yeah.
You can block in the back. You can grab the shoulder. You know, he placed his arm and his top of his shoulder in the way, and it was a perfect block.
And also, it just shows that's playing for the team as well.
Yeah.
Because you won't always get credit for that, but he saw what was happening, saw what was occurring, knew that SPC possibly wouldn't make it for pace to get past him, and so just managed to get in front, use his arm to be a good teammate and make the block, and worked out for another 7 points in the end for the Aztecs.
AJ can
be returned by Downs. Good tackle there by, I think it was 80.
Yeah. Just saying, AJ can expect a really lovely text from Debs later, just thanking him and for, sorting out her boy, looking after him.
Yeah.
Salt of the earth is Debs.
Yeah.
That looks like it. That's game.
Full time here.
Yeah, look, there we go. She's fucked up.
Lovely.
Deborah Houseman, thanks, Debs. And what a lovely way to end the live stream with a message from one of the best. That's game here. So 66-0. The result that we'd sort of expected, right? But a solid performance from the Aztecs. The Aztecs, they faced criticism this year, for not maybe living up to the
billing.
The expectation that people have had of them, and particularly losing the game to the Blitz, losing the game to the Warriors, where people feel they should have been more competitive. So to put in a nice, solid performance like that, it's the right time of the season to do it.
Exactly.
Just before you're getting into potentially a playoff run. So, you know, all good signs here from the Aztecs today.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And I think sometimes losing a game that you're possibly expected to win, it can go one or two ways. And I think sometimes championship winning teams, when they have that adversity, bounce back and change things that have happened. And you know, I think Pete Jones has changed a few things in this Aztecs team, and I think they're going to be a really strong and tough team to beat. And we may even get a replay. You never know of the Brit Bowl from last year, Warriors Aztecs. You never know. Be interesting to see how the Warriors Aztecs game does go in a couple of weeks.
It's funny because we don't know until the semis of the Prem how these teams are going to match up against each other. But we try and you try and sort of. Hopefully that pigeon just showed on screen, made an appearance again. But you don't know. But it looks like on paper, it looks like the North is a more competitive league than the South. Certainly, but it looks like the South has got a couple of stronger teams. Yeah. We don't know until we see them play, right? But yeah. Just need to speak. I think we need to speak a little bit about the Cheetahs here.
100%.
They've put in a good game today. It did start off a little bit chippy from both sides. Glad that got smoothed out. There's a lot of smiles here as everyone's shaking hands. And these guys have they've got some weapons in this team, and we've seen it. Coker, Abrahams, the Downs twins on the defense there. Yeah. The D line is very strong, and the big game for them coming up is this game against the Cats. Yeah. And it's equally as big for the Cats. It's such a good occasion of a game.
But that's
and
something
looking
you can
forward
build
to
on
it
as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you manage to stay up and stay in the Prem, that's something you can use to attract new players going forward.
And that's the thing. Like these guys. Yeah, they've lost 66-0, right? But I think they're leaving here having put in a good performance. Their heads are held high. They're smiling. I think they can put this into context, and I think that's important. And I feel like they're just as much up for the end of this last few games of the season as the Aztecs are.
Which is exactly what you want, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the season isn't over. But anyway, well done to the Aztecs today. It was a solid performance. We will be back to live stream their next two home games, which are the regular season ones against the Rushmore Knights, and the big one that everyone's going to be looking forward to is the London Warriors.
Yeah. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, certainly. So we'll have a couple of live streams in between, but we'll get back to you guys and let you know when they are. Tom Malcolm, I love people telling us where they're watching from. Tom Malcolm wins our furthest away Viewer of the Day award in California. I'm not going to try and say that other word. But yeah, cool. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the comments. Thanks to Debs, and congrats to Debs Boy and Debs Boy's team for winning on the day. Just got attacked by there.